Hi everyone, today I'm posting a little video on my experiments on a gel plate that I've purchased recently. This is an A4 size one. I do have an A5 size one as well, which I found wasn't quite big enough. It's great, but for the purpose of what I want to use this for, it wasn't quite big enough. So the A4 size will do for now. I have actually seen a bigger one that I've got my eye on, but first of all, I think I'll just get used to using this one until such times as I need to sort of move up to the bigger size. Initially, I wasn't going to do a voiceover for this video, but I felt that I needed to sort of explain the motivation behind why I am experimenting with my gel plate today. And that is because what I generally like to do with my prints is make backgrounds out of them. I have tried different techniques in the past, and I've found that I've really not had a lot of success in using stencils or using stamps or using found objects around the house. I just seem to be wasting my paint and making a mess and essentially just wasting my time. But what I have found from playing with the gel plate is using a cleanup sheet. Sort of like what I've just done there is had some really good effects and some really good textures on the page afterwards. And this is what I've discovered that I really enjoy from making gel prints, is these amazing textures and this kind of grungy random effect that I seem to have no control over, and I really enjoy that. I think previously, from trying to implement these techniques on the gel plate and having no success over it, is that I've been too controlling in the process. And you know, for somebody who likes to be in control of what I'm doing, I found it really frustrating. But then on the other hand, when I was just sort of making these random grungy looking prints and sort of doing things intuitively, as it were, I've just got these amazing results, and I really wanted to run with that and keep making them as much as I could. So the motivation behind today's video is to create some more of these grungy prints that I can use to draw mandalas on, or just some simple pattern making. I do like to include these pages in my handmade books as well, either as pages or as covers for the handmade books. And I'll draw mandalas over the top of those as well, which is really a lot of fun. Another thing I've discovered in the past as well is that my use of colour has never been very good in making gel prints. I tend to add too much colour or use the wrong colours and have ended up making quite a muddy mess. So today I thought I would just try a simple colour palette with some nice sort of autumn, rusty, natural colours that I enjoy. I seem to be more of an earthy kind of person. I love rusts and greens and golds and that sort of thing. So I really wanted to keep my palette to a minimum today, and I've actually found that so far I've done pretty well with some of the prints that I've pulled. And basically the remainder of this video is just the process of me pulling repetitive prints, using cleanup sheets to get excess paint off the plate, and sometimes even turning those cleanup sheets into actual prints as well. With this particular one that I've got in my hand at the moment, there are a couple of little white bits that ended up remaining on the print, so I've just used excess paint that was on the plate to cover those little bits and pieces up. I've never cleaned my gel plate at the end of a session. I've basically just used a sheet of paper to clean up any excess paint off it, and have ended up having some really good results. I think at this point I'd taken a little break and gone off and had something to eat and decided to get back into it again. I'd conjured up a few more ideas while I was having some lunch or having a snack, and decided to get back into it. It was really, really good fun. By the way, if you can hear rain and thunder in the background of my video today, you might not. I'm not sure how well this little microphone picks up audio, but we've got quite the thunderstorm happening at the moment, so I'm hoping there isn't a power failure. Either way, I am in my element when there's a thunderstorm. I absolutely love rainy days. It is the middle of spring here in Australia, and yeah, I just love days like today where it's raining and there's thunder and there's lightning. It makes me so happy. So if you can hear that sort of going on in the background, yay. Coming up in just a sec, actually, there's a little point where the paint doesn't sit on the plate properly. It just seems to disperse and clear and leave this little negative space, as it were. And I love that. At first it bothered me, but again I just thought, no, I'm just going to let it go and see what happens when I pull a print from that. And I really love the result, so I'll pull that up in just a sec and show you exactly just what came of that. And then towards the end of the video, or at the end of the video when I show you the prints that I've pulled, there's that thunder, you'll see just what happened at that point. And I really love that little sort of imperfection in the print there. See how there's that little imperfection there? I just love that bit. So I think what I'm going to do from this point is just sort of let the video continue for a while and just let you guys watch and see the process of what I'm doing, and I might jump on a little bit more towards the end just to sort of wrap things up a little bit for you. So what I've done today is basically just not had any control over what I've done. I've popped my paint down on the page, I've put blank sheets down, I've used prints that I've done, and really just let the paint and the plate have all the control over what I've created here, and the results are something that I'm really, really impressed with. I'm loving the colors, I'm loving the textures, and I'm super impressed, and I cannot wait to get started on using these in some new art projects. I think coming up is my little negative space blobby bit in a minute that I had no control of, but it turned out to be really fun. There it is now. So yeah, this is going to be exciting. I've got some new paints. I'd like to try it with greens and blues and see how that works. I've got a little bit of time on my hands this afternoon, so I might just jump on and see what I can do with those ones. I may film it, I may not, but yeah, I am super happy with how these have turned out. And again, I'm loving the colors, I'm loving those textures. It's really been a lot of fun. So it just goes to show that if I just sort of relinquish that control that I need over creating art and just do things intuitively, that I can come up with some pretty good results. So yeah, I'm super happy, and I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video today. And if you have, give me a like, and yeah, please consider subscribing to my channel, because I'm really enjoying making these videos for you guys. Thank you so much.